G'day guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Tim, and on today's episode, we're going to compare the Bitcoin dominance at this particular point in the cycle from 2021 versus 2018. And the reason I'm bringing this up, if we look at the coin market cap, we can see that the alts appear to be starting to bleed while Bitcoin is holding up around this $49,000 mark. And you can see its dominance at the moment is almost at 44%. So before we go into the Bitcoin dominance, I'd just like to highlight some of these key dates. So in the 2021 cycle, we peaked on the 14th of April, and right now is the 22nd of August. Now, if we have a look at 2017, they peaked on the 17th of December, 2017, and at this similar point, after a rally of about 60%, it was around early May 2018. So just remember those dates. So 17th of December to early May, and currently the 14th of April to the 22nd of August. So let's have a look at the Bitcoin dominance. So you can see I've marked in the peak. This was the peak here in 2017, and this is the peak in April of this year. And you can see they're both fairly high up. 2017 was a little bit higher up than in 2021. Now, when we had the crash, that initial crash, you can see the dominance went straight down and did the same thing here in 2021. And then we had a pattern that formed in 2018 where it bounced up and then came back down to that early May timeframe where I was just pointing out. And we can see something similar has happened in 2021 where it's gone up and it's come down to this point here on the 22nd of August. So essentially, the Bitcoin dominance formed a low here and then a higher low here. Now, it's at the moment, it's done the same thing. There's a low here and a higher low here. Now, what happened next in 2018 is the Bitcoin dominance essentially increased as we headed into a bear market. Now, it's too early to call what will happen next, but if the Bitcoin dominance increases, it will form this W pattern, almost like a double bottom, but with a higher low, which is a very bullish reversal pattern. So this played out in 2018, and we're one part of the W away from it playing out in 2021. Now, of course, this could do something different. It could go sideways, it could go down. We'll have to see how this plays out. Okay, so going back to CoinMarketCap, we can see that all the alts here seem to be bleeding except for one, and that's ADA. So ADA still appears to be very strong at the moment in terms of its value against Bitcoin. However, there is a bit of a bearish divergence occurring. Okay, so what I've got here is the ADA to BTC pairing, and you can see the price has been going up in terms of its Bitcoin value over the last few weeks. So ADA's been doing really, really well, but you'll notice the RSI is actually going down slightly. You're having lower highs. So there's some sort of bearish divergence even with ADA. So even though at the moment, ADA seems to be the strongest of all the altcoins, especially against BTC, there is a bearish divergence occurring. So we need to keep an eye on that one also. So jumping back to the Bitcoin dominance, we really don't know what will happen next. Let's keep an eye. But if the Bitcoin dominance starts to increase, and especially if we see ADA also joining the other altcoins, it could mean that more bearish times, but it's still way too early to call because even many bullish people at the moment are expecting some sort of pullback with Bitcoin before it goes off to new highs. So it is very possible that we do come back at some point. The question is, do we continue going down or do we go back up again? So we'll have to keep an eye on that, and I've got other videos where I explain in more detail my thoughts on what to look out for in the coming weeks. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please subscribe and like the channel if you're enjoying the content. My name's Tim, and until the next time, cheers.